When it comes to covering the world, nothing beats tennis. So naturally, the media is at every slam in full force, telling every possible story, with thousands of credentialed journalists and broadcasters on hand representing 180 countries.
With the commentary booth, we have the fortunate experience with these stats that can really give you some feedback as far as a commentator.
I have a monitor program, which is what people are seeing at home, right in front of me. And then to the right, there's an ISO monitor where they provide video that they want us to see that they're about to show.
Most of our positions, you can also look down on the court itself and you can watch that, or you've got to keep watch on your own monitors, because if they're replaying a point, and obviously you're going to have to talk over those replays, the slow-mos that go out. Usually off to the left or to the right, there's another monitor that contains the information for all the matches, and it's just on the side. It's like a security blanket.
There are times when we'll call pieces of 10 or 15 matches, and those matches are not going on in front of us, and we maybe haven't seen the first set, and yet with this information that IBM provides, I can turn to that screen, and in an instant, I'm up to date and can be conversant about any match that's going on.
By having our IBM score page, we're able to look and have constant updates of every match going on the grounds, and it makes it much easier to try to figure out where we're going to go, which match we're going to cover, where we are, when we need to transfer over to a different match.
Mitch, come out with that show the Hewitt point.
We really respect our fans' knowledge of the game, and by having the statistical information, it really helps us showcase and teach our viewership.
Don't underestimate the public. There are a lot of people who watch tennis regularly, so they know, and you have to know what you're talking about, otherwise you're going to get fired, I think.
There are a lot of people that are on our technical team that were previous tennis players, and they have the capability of actually spotting trends as they're analyzing and collecting all this data, and help the broadcasters before they're actually going out and telling a story about a match.
They know kind of what they're looking for. If a player has won 8 of the last 10 points, or won every time they've come to the net, or is serving really well, they'll have that information and they'll hand it to us. And they do an amazing job of getting things when we need it within 30 seconds to a minute. And I wish life was like this, so we could just turn, can you give this to me? And then boom, there it is. And that allows us to sound much brighter than we actually are.
Well, one of my jobs with some of the broadcasters is I'll actually sit in the booth with the commentators as the match is going on. And what I'm looking for are which stats are really telling the story of how the match is progressing. Because what we're trying to really do is say, why is a player winning or losing? And then be able to communicate that through the commentators and through the graphics to the viewers at home.
I'm sure there are a lot of odd statistics, and over the years I'm sure I've asked for a few of those. And one involving Pete Sampras and Alex Corretja, where Pete was getting sick on the court. So, has anybody ever gotten sick during a match on center court before? It's that kind of thing, and of course the answer to that is not that we know of.
We're able to see that a person's having a hard time with their second serve, say, and then we can build a package showing that, and the commentators can then refer to it, showcasing the struggles that they're having, but we're also able to supply the information to back up our points.
Once again, great point. Well, I think the stats that we get from IBM during the match is very helpful, because there's so many different things to look at, and now they're getting really, really specific. That helps tell a better story to the people, because you can say, well, he's hitting the forehand better, but when you say, okay, he's got 20 winners on the forehand, only 2 unforced errors, now you're backing it up.
Some tournaments, looking back now, they had the scoreboards on the side of the court, and on the changeovers they would flip through some of the stats. You obviously got 90 seconds to try and chill out and relax and think about what you're doing here and there, and then all of a sudden it might be 20% first serve. I need to get better on that one.